and welcome to Teach Talks with me, Lauren. This week we are acknowledging Mental Health Awareness Week. And today's guest, she is a teaching assistant. She is my partner's brother's girlfriend. She is a mug enthusiast, aren't we all? And she once fainted in the crowd at a Lana Del Rey concert. It's Rachel!
Yes, I did. That's me.
I had to put that bit in because
Yeah.
I thought it was quite funny.
Yeah.
So, hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good.
How are things in
Yeah.
general for you at the
Yeah,
moment?
very good. Nice to be here on a nice sunny day.
It's lovely and sunny, isn't
Really
it?
nice.
Makes you happier, doesn't it, when it's sunny? I think.
Does.
Yeah.
Makes a real difference.
Okay, let's get into this. So, first of all, how did you feel about me asking you to do this today? Because I know talking about mental health is a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I always worry, am I going to cry? But
Yeah.
it's fine. It's something that should be talked about, and I feel like we should be confident enough to talk about it.
So tell me how you got into working in education and why you chose to go down that particular career path.
So I did work experience when I was in year 10 or 11 in a primary school, and
Okay.
from that moment I just absolutely loved it. So I went to college and got all my qualifications that I needed, and it was just something I've wanted to do from quite a young age, and I've just continued it.
Yeah, because you're a very kind, caring person anyway, aren't you? So I feel
Yeah.
like it suits you.
Thank you. I do try.
And how open do you think mental health is discussed? It's particularly in primary, because you're in primary education.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think mental health is discussed within primary education schools?
I think it's dependent on, like senior staff and how they sort of view it. So I would say that I've worked in some places that are a lot more open to talk about it and to see it as an issue.
Yeah.
Whereas some places are just a bit more reserved and maybe don't see it as something that's as important as like physical health and things like that. So, but I would say over the years, it's definitely become, like more predominant in school to talk about it and to talk about well-being and how you're feeling emotionally and things like that.
Yeah. So do you have people coming in to talk about mental health with the students, or is it something that the staff would maybe do? Obviously, you have like your PSHE lessons. I don't know if they do that in primary. I know they do it in.
Yeah, we do.
secondary,
We
but-
actually follow a scheme. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but in that scheme, it does involve even from year one speaking about mental health. Obviously, it's kind of filtered down for them because they're quite young.
Yeah.
But it'll be, understanding that we all have emotions and we sometimes express them differently, and understanding how to express them and, to talk about how they're feeling. So it is something that as teachers we discuss with the children.
Yeah.
We make children aware when it's mental health. Well, I particularly make children aware when it's Mental Health Awareness Week because I feel like that is something they should know about.
Yeah.
With regards to staff, it's just kind of we talk about it when we're comfortable, I suppose.
Yeah,
to
sure.
speak about it.
So how long have you worked in the primary sector?
Oh gosh, 10 years.
So what's the difference between sort of the discussion of mental health from when you first started to now?
I think there was no discussion of it
Yeah.
before. So when I first started, it was kind of foreign. It was not
Yeah,
really something we
yeah.
talked about at all.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because when I was in education, same with you as well, I think we're roughly the same age. I think you're 29?
Nine, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm 28. So when I was in school, mental health just wasn't a thing.
No.
At all.
No.
If we were upset, we were just upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was no like,
And there had
how was
to
your
be,
mental health?
Yeah,
And-
there kind of had to be a cause. It was like,
Yeah.
well, you're
yeah.
upset because you've fallen out with your friend,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like something like that. That there had to be, sort of cause of it. It was never like, well, actually, have you struggled? What have you gone through in your life? What's happened?
I feel like when we were doing our GCSEs and stuff, and I said to my teachers, "Oh, I'm a bit worried that I'm not going to pass it," and they'd be like, "Oh no, you're all right." Like, and then you just kind of get on with it.
Yeah.
There was no sort of sit down discussion. Okay, how are you feeling about this? We kind of all just got on with it.
Yeah.
It's so funny now how we've gone from being so just get on with it to having to sit and have these really important discussions, which of course is great.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny how things change.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
quickly as well. I feel like it's just happened so quickly.
Mm.
So how has working within education helped with your mental health? And are there any struggles that you find yourself facing in education?
It's not an easy job. There's a lot that goes with it. It's not. I think I'm not to sound big-headed, but I think I'm quite empathetic,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
really have like an emotional bond with my children. So when it comes to like the holidays and things, I think like this holiday, I'm like, oh, are they going to get an Easter egg? You know, are they going to get Christmas presents? So there's a lot that sort of comes with it where I can't switch off from it. I'm always thinking about the children. But in the same sense, they help me with my mental health, because I could go in feeling like rubbish and they would just cheer me up. Like, you know, I could be having a really down day and they're calling my name and they're cuddling me and they're so happy to see me, and I just think, oh, you know, you've really just made my day. It's just better now.
I
So
love that.
they've really
That's the
helped.
most amazing thing about children, is just they'll come up with these amazing stories and they'll want to play and they'll want to do all these fun things. It's kind of like an escape in some way, isn't it, to be around children? You sort of see the life and you see the love and the fun in them.
And they're so innocent,
so
and they're
nice.
just
Yeah.
they just really want to do everything to make you happy, and you just think, oh, you stay like this. You know?
It's so lovely. Oh my goodness, that has caught my heart, that has. Okay, last question. How are you now in terms of your mental health?
I'd say, I'm managing quite well. I used to take medication, which I don't take anymore. I think you still have those moments where I think everyone does. I think everybody has days where they just feel a bit rubbish. But I've sort of learned to not see it as like the end of everything. It's like, this is just a small moment, you know, I can actually get through it. The sun's shining, like, think about positive things, and that really helps. I'd say I'm on a good track.
I'm now going to ask you some quick fire questions.
Okay.
There's only three.
Okay.
Okay, so working in education means, so you have to complete the sentence.
Giving your all to everything that you do, because they really appreciate it and they need it. You're teaching them skills that they're going to remember. So tying their shoelace is such a small thing.
Yeah.
It's a big achievement for me when they learn how to tie their shoelace.
Yeah.
That's them set for the rest of their lives. So just give them everything you've got.
Amazing. Okay, and talking about our mental health is
Scary,
yes,
but unnecessarily so. I don't think it should be scary anymore. I think it's talked about a lot more now, and it should continue to be talked about.
And I'm happiest when.
I'd like to say the sun's shining, but that's really cliche.
No.
I'm happiest when the sun's shining, and it is going to be cliche, but like I'm out on the playground at work and we're skipping or we're throwing a tennis ball. Like I can be a child again. So I'm happiest when I can be a child again. I love it.
Rachel, you honestly, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sitting down with me and talking about mental health today, because it's so important. And I hope everyone watches this and leaves with a smile, because you're the smiliest person I know.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate it. So thank you.
That's okay. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.